Hi guys, today I thought I'd show you how to do my faux black banded Jasper, and you're going to need some black clay, and I've rolled this out onto a number 3, and I've got some like little blocks of translucent here as well, and you'll also need some white clay and two colours of ink. I've got black and red, that's it. You're also going to need some kind of cutter or cutters, an acrylic rolling pin, and your blade. And I've tried to make this as simple as possible. I think I tend to overcomplicate things, so I've gone like pretty simple with this. So the black's already rolled out, like I said, onto number 3, so we'll just leave that to one side for now. And I'm going to take one block from a small 2-ounce block of Primo translucent. This is all Primo clay, and that's going to stay translucent. Then another block, same size as before, and I'm just going to add a pea size of white clay, just a tiny piece, so that's going to go in there and get mixed. And then I've got these 3 blocks of clay, again one block from a 2-ounce block, but I'm not going to need all this, I don't think, so I'm actually just going to take some of that away and not use it, otherwise I'll make too much. And the first piece, I'm just going to add the black alcohol ink, and I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 drops, and that will get mixed. The next piece of clay, 2 drops of the black ink, and 2 drops of the red, and that will get mixed. Oops. And then the last piece, it's just the red by itself, and 2 drops, and that's all you need. And then it's just a question of thoroughly mixing all those pieces. So when I've done that, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've mixed all my colours and rolled them out. So let's just recap. I've got Primo Black rolled out onto a number 3. This is the pure translucent rolled out onto a number 4. This is the translucent mixed with a pea-size pinch of white clay, rolled out onto number 4 also. And then this is the translucent mixed with 2 or 3 drops of black, rolled out onto a number 4. And this is the translucent mixed with the black and the red, rolled out onto a number 5. And the translucent mixed with just the red, rolled out onto a number 5. So I'm just going to put these to one side, and we're going to start with the black. Now I want a fair amount of black in this piece, so I'm going to take this and I'm just going to cut as many squares as I can from this piece. If I need more, I'll have to re-roll and make some more. But I'm thinking 7 squares will be enough. So let's just leave it at 7 squares for now, and if I do need any more, I'll just roll it out. So 7 squares of black rolled onto a number 3. Just going to move these out of the way a little bit. And then this is the translucent. Or is that the translucent and white? No, that's the translucent and white. And again, I'm just going to cut as many squares as I can, and I think I will need to re-roll this. Yeah, I'm going to need to re-roll that quickly, just a sec. Just enough to get one more square. So So we've got 4 squares of that, and the same with all the other pieces. So I'm going to cut all the squares out of the other pieces and I'll be back. Okay, so I've cut out all my pieces into squares of equal size, not equal thickness. I already gave the thicknesses, and I'm going to start with black. So I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3 squares of the black. Like I said, I want this to be largely black, so I'm starting off with a thick block of black here, and then I'm going to take my translucent mixed with white and just place that over the top, and then just translucent on its own. Like so. And I'm just going to take something to poke this with, just to give it some ripples. I'm just using a paintbrush, and I'm just going to push down into the clay like this, because we want to get some kind of little ripple going on, and then just squash it back together into a square again. And then continue with the black. Just going to add 2 pieces of the black. Now I'm going to take the translucent that was mixed with the black alcohol ink, and I'm just going to add 1 layer of that, followed by translucent. And this is just about getting some of these little light bands running through the stone. And again, I'm just going to take my paintbrush and just push some ridges into it. And squish back together. And then I'm going to take the translucent with black and just, oops, that's the wrong one, this one, and just add the last 2 pieces of that to the stack. And again, I'm just going to push some little ridges into that. Let's see if I can find something a little thinner. I don't think I really have anything thinner. Oh well, I'll just continue with this. It doesn't really matter that much. And again, just push some more ridges and squeeze back into the square shape. So you can see these bands running through. Right, now let me think. I'm just looking at the one that I made previously to see what I did next. Okay, so then I went with the black and the red alcohol ink. This doesn't look very red at all, but it gives it like a bit of a brownish hue. And I'm just going to add a couple of pieces of those, followed by just a little piece of the translucent again. And then again with the translucent tinted with the red and black, the last two pieces of that. And now I'm going to use the pieces that were tinted with just the red. So 2 pieces of that, followed by a piece of translucent and translucent with white. You could put some more ridges in there if you wanted to, but I think I'm just going to leave it now. I think I've done enough ridges. And then the last 2 pieces of the translucent tinted with red alcohol ink. Followed by the remainder of the translucent tinted with black. And I'm just going to finish off with 2 more black pieces, and there is a little bit left over, but that's fine. So that's the stack, and I'm just going to squash this into a decent square. And it's really as simple as that. So once you're happy with your block, that it's all nicely pressed together, you can start cutting into it, making slices and shaping it into a pendant or some earrings. You could use moulds to make the shapes. I'm just going to use cutters or freehand it. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to take my blade, and I'm going to take a fairly thick piece and just cut down into the stack. And that's what you have. And you can see these little lines running through. Now you can see some of the clay hasn't fully stuck together, but don't worry, because we're going to mess with it some more now. Because I want to get it into a nice shape. And I'm not putting a backing on it, that's why I cut it thick. So it's going to be the same on both sides. So I'm just going to take my roller and roll it out. I actually think I like this side better. And I'm just going to keep playing with it until I'm happy with the shape that I want for my pendant. And make sure everything's all nicely stuck together. So let me think. So I'm just going to shape this with my blade a little bit. Actually, you know what, I think I'm going to actually cut some away to make the shape. Make the shape that I want, just roughly. Like I say, you can just use a cutter or something, or a mould. Be a lot easier than what I'm doing, that's for sure. Sorry guys, I was faffing around with that way too much, so I just went and finished it off camera, but you get the idea. And I'm just going to show you quickly another pendant. So that was free-formed, and it's quite a thick, chunky pendant, but that's the first one. I'm just going to get some card. Let's take another slice from this and just use a cutter to make the shape. So another fairly thick, but not quite as thick as that last one, I think. Just take a slice. I mean, you could roll it out this way if you wanted to and have the lines going down. Whatever you like. And again, I'm just going to roll this out. Just put it on here for a sec. Roll this out so it fits my cutter. Just a little more. Actually, I think I'll use this one instead. I'm a bit indecisive today. I'm just going to burnish the back of this because it looks a bit messy. Okay, that's good. And I am just going to use this cutter. So I really like this little squiggly bit here, so I'm going to try and get that in. Wanted a bit of black at the top. So there's that piece. I'm just going to give it a quick clean. My desk looks absolutely horrendous again at the moment. I know you can only see this section of it, but trust me, the rest of it looks terrible. And there we have it. So that's another little piece. Now, the faux black banded Jasper is very shiny, so I will be putting resin on these. Once they're baked, I will sand the edges so they're nice and smooth and glossy. And once I've done that, I'll be back. Okay guys, so I've baked them, sanded the edges and resined them. So that's the first one. That's the first kind of chunky stone shape almost one that I did. That's that one. And then this one that I did, again sanded on the edges and resined. And then I also did this heart one, which I actually really like. There's that one. And I'll just quickly show you one that I did from a different batch. It's almost identical, just a different shape. So there's that one too. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later. Oh, I nearly forgot, just before I go. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody again, because today not only did I reach 4,000 subscribers, but this is my 30th video. So thank you for all the encouragement. You keep me going with doing this. Thank you to all those that have subscribed, all the wonderful comments you've left me. Anybody that's watching now, I'd be so grateful if you could subscribe to my channel. Everybody else, thanks again, and I will catch you later. Bye.